Hi guys, Roddy here. So for this video here, I'm gonna bring you another news from CN server as well. So before that, let's take a look what are the upcoming events we're gonna get. So in Global Etheria start, we already know that we're gonna have Cage Rumble, which is starting from October 16, and then we also gonna get Module Force, which is also both of the events is actually very good in my opinion. Other than the reset event is not coming soon, but then these two events is actually what I wanted, because Cage Rumble is actually a very good event for us to get additional lattes and also daily reward based on your challenge, right? And I believe most of us are actually able to get SSS rank now, and for those PvE player, I think Cage Rumble is actually the most interesting event for the PvE players, right? And then for Module Force, it's also a very good event for us, because for me, especially if I want to craft a Messiah piece, then this is actually a very good thing for me to craft a Messiah. Because most likely I'm actually going to craft Messiah Keen Eye Relic or probably Foray, depends on what I need. Because currently my Messiah here is 102 crit rate, and then crit damage is 382. So if I went for P4, I'm going to get additional crit damage, right? But then that's for my part here, right? You can see the pieces here isn't like very good. Like crit damage here, I'm not getting additional crit rate, I'm not getting additional like battle stats. Like I can actually craft for something more overall universal relic as well. So I can actually craft better stuff. So I'm going to craft the Module Force stuff for Messiah, basically for my DPS set. Oh, and also since I'm actually talking about the Module Force, I might as well just go through what am I going to craft. So we can actually craft two things, right? One is from this side, one is from this side. So what am I going to craft? Let's say for my Messiah, for example, I want to craft something like with crit damage as the main stats, probably on Keen Eye or Foray. Then I want to go for attack, bonus, attack, crit rate, and speed. This is ideally what I want to get, because that's the maximum stats I'm able to get for a DPS. Then so far for now, I only have one is from the Keen Eye, but this one is actually using for Lithium. And then another one is for Swift Rush, but it's only for two piece set. This is something I want to craft for my Messiah and see how the enhancing go. As long as the enhance don't go all into the attack, the raw attack here, then I should be an upgrade for my Messiah overall. Okay, that's the first thing. Then the other one here, I might actually want to craft something like this. This is actually pretty good, like crit rate and attack here. But ideally, I want to go for something like, if it is possible, I want to craft something like this. Speed, crit rate, crit damage, and attack raw here. And then I hope the enhanced don't go into attack raw. I can go like crit rate, speed, and crit damage. This is actually pretty good for a DPS set. For example, I have like this one here. This is actually pretty good, but it went too many into the attack raw. And for Foray here as well, like it went for the attack, then this Foray as well. This is actually a pretty good piece, right? But if possible, I want to get more crit damage as well. Like for example, like this. If I can get rid of this attack, it's even better. This is just some min-maxing for us to craft. If I'm actually going full out for my Messiah upgrade, then I will be crafting the DPS set for my Messiah. Then definitely you don't want to go for the speed, because if you are just rolling for Swift Rush, then you might actually just don't get any speed at all, right? So highly suggest don't go any speed set at all. Just go for the DPS set, or you are like a blood buff player, then you can go craft for blood buff and then or Bramble. These two, something like this. But basically I'll focus on my Messiah to make him a lot more damage, so when I play Messiah Clave, I can ensure that I actually kill someone instead of I fail to kill people. Right, so that's my plan for my module crafting. You can feel free to comment down what you guys are going for the module craft as well. So this is also very good. But what is the two upcoming event other than this thing, other than Cage Rumble and Module Force? Because if we take a look here, Cage Rumble will be replacing here. It will be replacing Cyber Shadow, but we have no idea what is going to replace Cubic Game. And then Module Force is probably going to be something additional event here, but who is going to replace on Candy Party, right? And one of the event that actually people have been asking the most is actually the Xiada event. Okay, then 3 hours ago in CN Etheria, which is global, did not mention anything, but CN Etheria did mention that they are going to get this Xiada event, which is most likely we are getting the Xiada event as well, because so far all the CN event, the banners, like the content, everything else is actually synergized, right? All the timing, everything. So they are gonna have it at October 16. They're gonna have this event on October 16, which is actually matching the timing of what we're gonna have in the future, which is the Cage Rumble timing and the Module Force. So most likely Xiada event is something we're gonna have in the event tab, so finally it's actually back, and then also the shell story as well. Okay, so the other event that is gonna replace at this slot, this event slot here, the cubic game, is going to be the shell story, which the globals Etheria did not mention anything. They only mentioned Kiss Rumble, they mentioned Module Forge, and the CN side mentioned about shell story, mentioned about Xiada, but they did not mention the other two. Do you see the pattern there? Which is CN did not mention anything global mentioned, which is Kiss Rumble and Module Forge, while CN here mentioned Xiada and shell story, and global here did not mention. So I don't know, is it that trick or what? I have no idea, but basically they are actually sharing the event. So I'm pretty sure that this Xiada is actually coming back for our global as well, because no way there's only one event, right? Kiss Rumble, and basically there's going to be another mini game here, and most likely it's going to be the shell story based on the CN side. Why am I so sure that this actually going to be the Xiada event? Is because based on the previous like event, like all this rerun banner, based on like the rerun banner, and then their information from it, like this one, it's also what we're having right now, right? These two events, and then a Blessing Glory, Candy Party. So far everything else is actually the same timing, so a very high chance Xiada is actually coming back. Alright, then another thing people have been asking me and PM as well, like how is CN feeling currently? So before the Xiada event is out, they only posted this shell story, and then there's actually a lot of complaint, like they want them to actually reduce the difficulty. So let me change it to English, it's actually easier for you guys to understand. So reduce the difficulty of Inferno stages, we need more stamina, all these things to grind stuff. That is very crazy, the rotation, but not for the Vox Music activity, which is the Xiada event. Then after like one day, then they release the Xiada event. Probably is they purposely do it, right? But then there's actually player that complaining about like you rotate so many events, but you don't rotate any Xiada event at all. And then there's also player that asking like, don't just have repeat event, can you release something like new event instead of just repetitive event? And then there's one guy here that actually mentioned the international server, which is our global server, tells everyone that this game is a repeat cycle of this garbage activity, which is the recycle event, repetitive event, and there's never been any serious activity. If you are looking forward for a large skills event like other games, don't think too much, because there's some player that's actually not from PvP games, right? They are probably from the other game, and then the other game, let's take the Hoyo game for example. Every time when there's a new character coming out, or there's a new version coming out, they have a lot of series of different new events for us to play. But for this game here, there's only repetitive event. There's also some player that actually mentioned about this, right? So but yeah, there's actually a lot of complaint about it, especially the reset event as well. So far they are still trying to catch up. Most of the player I think I saw is around like 60 to 70 level, and then they're slowly to catch up in terms of like equipment, all these things. They have their own RTA now, like their RTA event is like our weekly tournament, but they have it on the tap. So in this platform tap here, they have actually their own RTA. For example, this content creator called Jieso Qi Lao Ye, they have their own RTA combat, all this thing here. So CN side is actually having some fun as well, even though for their RTA system looks a lot more like solid, like they have all this format thing. Okay, so yeah, basically that's it. Just want to let you guys know that Xiada event is coming back, and if you want to know anything about like the upcoming stuff, you can always keep note on my channel. I'll always bring their information, the CN side information, to our global server. And also, if you're curious about how does the CN feels, what is their voices, you can also feel free to comment down what you guys think about it. Alright, see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.